to go and turn the pumps on. He turned the pumps on. We go and revive the economy ourselves. Thank you. We can revive the economy ourselves, because if they turn those pumps on, then all these farmers that were talking before me, and all the farmers that are out there packing to leave the state or probably leave the country, they go back and put these people to work and remove them from the unemployment lines, from their food lines, and put them back to work in the fields, go back and produce, where we have these people on a payday in a liquor store cashing their checks, when the bank in the line cashing their checks, and the employers making those federal deposits and the state deposits every week, where we can revive the economy. Then the economy, the money can go back to the gas station, to the car dealer, to the store, to the grocery store, and everywhere else. And we don't need our government to come and tell us what to do. We know that's simple and easy. Turn the pumps on, and we go back to work. We don't need their stimulus package. We don't need the extension in the unemployment. We need the extension on water. When I went to court and the judge, the ruled against our water, we were blaming the judge, because and we all probably hate the judge, thinking he's a bad person. He's a really bad judge. But when I met with him in person, I understand why he's ruling that way. He's really helping us. Because if he don't rule or he don't hold the package in our area, this case can go to Washington, and it's going to go to the circle in Washington, and then we can lose the chance to get at least 30% of the water in the valley. When we were blaming the judge for doing what he did, and we were in his courtroom, and there was a lot of people accusing us, accusing the pumps. I believe we are in a country, and I think we still are, in a country where we're not guilty, and when they prove we are innocent, and when they prove that we are guilty. Unfortunately, in that courtroom, there was farmers and a lot of people that represent the farming and business industry in the valley, and there was a lot of empty chairs calling on the telephone from God knows from where, and that was accusers. That was the people that said they have to keep the pumps off. And I was walking out of there. I said, you know, this is not fair. If somebody's telling me I did something, they should have the proof and saying, you did this. But the reality, in this case, we love the fish. We want to protect the fish. We want to protect our environmental. And these people, they went and turned their own pumps off. They should have went and let the pumps on to bring water into the South of California, and Jim said a startup up in Tracy, to the farming industry and to all the communities, and turn the sewage pumps off. The ones that they dump it into the Delta. Simple as that. So simple. So I really appreciate you guys coming out here, because we need leaders. We need people like you that can deliver the message, because every day we get frustrated. We said, are we really advancing? Because, you know, these people got all the money. They got all the power. Yeah, they do have a lot of power. And it's not money just coming from here. It's coming from some other countries. They are ready for us to go down. That way they can start bringing us food, and we can depend on them. That way, the United States don't have the power they used to have, but that's if we let them. Because some of these people, they are here, they don't own the United States. We elect them. We elect them. And they go out there and fool our Hispanic community, and they say that they're representing them. And unfortunately, our culture believe on the Democrat Party. I should not go to any after parties, but most of these people, they are from the same party. That's what I'm saying. And they vote on the election day like we do with our religion, like a culture. We go now today to the swap meets, to the stores, to any place we can, and let the people know that we need to change these people, because these people, we put them in there, they don't own the country. They act like they own the country because they have been there for a lot of years. They are doing, they're charging everybody else in the South more money, because and they're not charging anything up there, hardly anything for water. Why we think is that smart people, they want more business to go to the north, and we have to pay for everything else, no problem. To me, if I was an investor, I go to the north, because everything is attractive. They want me in there. They're not charging me water. They probably give me a lot of things because they got all the power in Washington. All I got to do is ask for it, and I'm going to get it. Where is our representatives from Southern California? That's what we have represented. We need to have representatives in Washington, from LA, from Orange County, from Irvine, to represent us the way we should be represented in Washington, and let these people go. Buy them one-way ticket where they don't have to come back to our state, to our country again. Thank you. Election is coming up, and I always let my people know, don't vote the way we told you to do it. Vote smart and use your common sense. Who's representing you, and who's putting you in the food line, who's putting you in an unemployment line, and who's really taking your job away. I always tell my people, I don't want you to be with that frustration driving to work and thinking, is today my last day of work? Because this is what happened in Univision, this is what happened at radio stations, this is what happened at all the stores, this is what happened to our local police departments. They're laying people off every day. So one thing I want to make and leave clear here today, that we need to think, we need to go, all the leaders are here today, we need to spread the message and let the people know that enough is enough, and we need to let them know that water and life is not negotiable. Thanks a lot.
I know. I always tell them, you got to be a little more passionate, Piedad. Oh, gosh. He told some stories at the convention that had everyone in tears about a family, a family that he knew that they moved to a small town after they had been displaced. It was generations. You have generations of farm worker families. And this family was used to their way of life on the farm. And when they went to, what city did they go to, Piedad? What? Coalinga. They went to Coalinga, and they let their children go out and play with the neighborhood kids just like they used to let their children go out and play on the farm. You go out on the farm, you play with all the kids that live on the farm. The little girl got raped because they didn't know. I mean, that's just one example. I mean, it was he told the story. It was somebody who worked for you who didn't show up for a meeting with you, right?
He was supposed to be testifying when the Congress came from Washington, and he was going to be testifying for all of us what impact the economy was having in our valley.
And he didn't show up, and Piedad felt let down, and it wasn't until he knew what had happened. And this man was apologizing to Piedad because he missed this opportunity to testify. And he was impacted that way. And that's just one, I mean, that's one example. There's countless examples.